Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can find some information in the description below. And just send me an email. We'll schedule that for you. All right, my friends, let's get started. So we're gonna use the Storyteller Oracle deck, which is one that I created, and it will tell us a story here that is relevant to you in this moment. The first card that just flew out is Curious. So we'll put that right there. So you're curious about something. Let's find out what. Sagittarius. Let's see what cards are gonna fly out for you. I made this deck intentionally with tiny slippery cards because I wanted them to sort of come out of the deck and, you know, in many quantities so that we can see the progression of the story of your energy right now. So we know the first card is going to be Curious. Where's the second card? Where's the second card for Sag? Thank you. Okay, so the second card is the heart chakra. Interesting. So this could be feelings. This could be a relationship. There's something here, Sag, where, oh yeah, okay, we're seeing earth energy. So that's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with one of those signs, or you could have placements in one of those signs. Let's get more information here. This is feeling like it's going to be a very interesting reading. Okay, trapped. So you're stuck. You're feeling trapped about, maybe trapped in emotions, maybe trapped in a phase of the relationship with someone. Okay, let me just get all of these cards out. It's very interesting. This is really impacting you here. Yeah, okay. So what we're seeing here is curiosity in the heart space to deal with some kind of earth sign. Again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You're feeling trapped, you're feeling stuck, and you're feeling triggered. Okay, so those are the emotions surrounding this relationship. The heart chakra really does sort of center around love, relationships, forgiveness, compassion, empathy, and the heart chakra also is in the center of all the chakras. So the upper or the higher chakras and the lower chakras unite through the heart, and they're all connected that way. So we're seeing nest, third eye, and open coming through for you, which makes me feel like you and whoever this other person is, you're not open right now, intuitively or in reality. You know, you're not open to communicating with them right now. I feel like intuitively you feel guided to close yourself off. Even though we're seeing this open card, it's kind of showing up in the reverse. So it makes me feel like, you know, intuitively you're feeling that you want to stay in the nest. You're not wanting to interact. Notice the blue nature of all these cards. It's really interesting because you've also got this third eye card. So I really feel like you're sort of polarized between the heart and the intuition and the throat. So you see that blue energy and the green energy. So we saw the heart chakra coming through here, but we also see all of this blue energy. So it makes me feel like you're intuitively feeling like you don't want to communicate with someone that you have an emotional attachment to, but you're feeling trapped, stuck, and triggered by this person right now. So you're not wanting to necessarily interact with them, but you're definitely curious about what's going on, right? You're very curious about what's happening in this other timeline. It almost feels like there's distance that separates you, time and distance. It almost feels like you haven't had communication with this individual in quite some time. And that the only clue we have of who they are is that you have a significant emotional attachment and this earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So you could be dealing with one of those signs. And it's also sort of hitting your inner child. Okay, this is interesting. Something about this relationship. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. See the three lower chakras and the three upper chakras and the heart in the center. That's what I meant by the heart sort of unites all of them. And right now, your inner child, I think, is feeling very triggered by this situation. Something happened here that destabilized a situation. And I think you're curious about what's going on over there, but it definitely feels like it's impacting your sense of stability and security around this individual. Okay, and they're really triggering you. It's very interesting. Your inner child is sort of having a reaction to this because there may be a significant lesson here. This could be a karmic relationship. This could be a soulmate relationship. Wow, look at that. Another green energy here, bound. So whatever's going on is outside of your control, Sagittarius. There's nothing really you can do about it except be curious. Because I really feel like you're far removed from this situation right now. Even though it's kind of present on your mind, it's not something that's actually within your current life, right? Like you're not, this may have been a past connection, but you're not currently involved with this individual or these individuals. This is a past connection that you still feel stuck in, and it really triggers you. And look at that, 10 of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. I feel like they might contact you. You might get a message from them. And it's going to be up to you how you receive it. But you saw that 10 of Pentacles. There could be an ending, or there could be a restabilization. Let's see here for Sagittarius. We got the Fool, we got the Death card, and we've got the Knight of Swords. Wow. So there is something here that is going to involve either you taking a leap of faith or someone taking a leap of faith to sort of shift the dynamic between the individuals involved here. This could be very sudden, and it could be very, what's the word I'm looking for? When something changes significantly. This could be very transformed. This could involve a significant transformation, and it's up to you. I love seeing the Fool come out first because that makes me think that this could be a fresh start, or you could go in a completely different direction. And you might not want to have anything to do with this, or you might, like I said, be curious. You might be curious about what's going on, and you might want to revisit it. But I almost feel like seeing the Death card with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I just wanted to see. We got the Six of Pentacles, so it's kind of like making me feel like things could be in a different state of balance than you might think. Or you might be in a different state of balance than you were when you were first involved in this situation. You may have changed since then, and now you're not necessarily interested in a one-way street relationship. I think seeing the Six of Pentacles makes me feel like if things aren't in balance, you're not interested. And if things aren't in balance, you're just flat out not really interested in getting involved. And bottom of the deck is the Tower. So that's what I mean. Like, this is significant. This is going to reveal to you that the foundation of this relationship or experience is not stable. The Tower is falling because the ground beneath it is not stable. And this has to go. This has to shift. Something has to change here. And seeing the Tower really makes me feel like there is big changes moving quite quickly with that Knight of Swords in reverse. And it could be very sudden that you're confronted with something from the past again. And I think you've changed since then. You're in a more stable, balanced place than you were. These individuals or individual may have been very good at triggering you in the past. You are still a little bit stuck in this narrative, but I don't feel like you're the same person anymore. You're not the same version of yourself that you were. And let's clarify this. This is very interesting. Fool card coming out with the 10 of Cups. Wow. So, you know, this is very interesting. Seeing the Star card come out. This could be very healing. Seeing the Queen of Cups, that's our heart chakra queen. This is a time of love, forgiveness, compassion, and following your heart. Oh boy. Sagittarius, you could find yourself right back where you were, but you're a different person. You're a different version of yourself. And I think that there's a part of you, look at that, Queen of Wands in reverse. You know, you'd never want to mess with the Queen of Wands in reverse because she will turn on you. You know what I mean? Like when she's upright, it's quite a different story than when she's in reversed. And I can't help but feel like there is an opportunity for love and forgiveness here, but let's not forget how things were in the last time you were involved in this. I almost feel like there could be something here that is not as it appears. So tread lightly, Sagittarius. Don't go jumping into anything too impulsively. Follow your heart. There is an opportunity for healing and joy here and happiness, but at what cost? Okay, there does seem to be more to this than just let's make up. You know what I mean? It almost feels to me like there could be some element here where these Three of Cups in reverse make me feel like, can you really trust what's going on here? This is a really interesting reading. You know, you're the first sign I'm going to do this for. I'm going to grab a third deck because I want to see what the guidance is for you, because it feels like you could go either way. Feels like someone or some experience is sort of triggering you from a distance, and it's leaving you sort of going, do I trust my heart or my head? And should I return to something even though it's really triggering me and I don't know if I can trust the energy, or should I just close off to this completely and go in a completely different direction? Let's see what you need to surrender or surrender to. Surrender to joy and surrender low self-esteem. So where's your joy here, Sagittarius? Where do you feel joy in this connection? Do you feel joy in this connection? Or does it trigger that low self-esteem where you just don't feel like you deserve, or you don't feel worthy, or you don't feel like you're enough? It feels like this relationship did that to you in a sense. Like this relationship taught you how to have healthy self-esteem, because I think when you were involved in it originally, you were treated in a way that triggered you to be like, I need to have some self-esteem here because this situation isn't good enough for me. It was like an inner child healing in this situation. And I almost feel like there's, I don't know. I'm sort of hesitating here to say that there's nothing you need to learn from this. You've already taken the lesson. And so, but seeing some of these cards makes me feel like perhaps there's more to this than just what happened in the past. Bottom of the deck is showing me surrender the idea that you can fix someone. And so this is interesting. It says here, it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And I feel like you've done some healing, Sagittarius, but have these other individuals done any healing? And I'm now saying individuals because of this Three of Cups in reverse. Makes me feel like it's not just one person. It could be more than one person. This feels like an experience that you were a part of. It could have involved a Pisces. When I see that 10 of Cups, it could have involved an Aquarius. When I see the Star card, the Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. And the Queen of Wands, that's Aries energy. And you know, it's interesting. It almost makes me feel like you have a decision here. And it's going to be, do you stay on the path that brings you joy, or do you return to a path that taught you self-esteem and taught you self-worth by neglect from those in that experience? Do you give that another chance? Because perhaps now that you're a different version of yourself, things will be different. I do feel like you're very curious about what could happen, but you're worried, or you're mindful that you could get re-sucked into this when I see trapped and stuck and triggered. It's very interesting. It feels like there is an opportunity to return to something, but that ultimately it may result in a tower moment anyway. That it's almost like that's just not where you belong. Yeah, you know, it's very interesting energy coming through this reading, Sagittarius. It really feels like you've healed from something, and going back to it almost feels like you can't change these other people. You're responsible for your healing and they're responsible for theirs. And I think you took the path that led to your healing. But have they? It's difficult to say. And I think that's where you're curious if there could be something in the way of a new beginning here. But it really feels like the guidance is that you can't fix anyone. So make sure that you are living a life that you feel is joyful, and to keep surrendering to more joy, and to ensure that you set the intention of releasing any remnants of low self-esteem. I can't help but feel like they are a part of that low self-esteem narrative, and that returning to it could create a dynamic of sort of regression, a little bit of regression here, where you've sort of learned everything you need to learn from this situation, and it's all outside of your control now. The only thing keeping you attached is this curiosity. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that. What a very interesting reading, Sagittarius. I hope it's been helpful. And I look forward to reading for you again soon, my friends. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care.